my name is Bastiaan de Groot. I am the CEO and co-founder of Ingy. We've been around for well over 8 years now, and we specialize in large-scale smart building deployments.
What was the main problem or challenge that inspired you to start doing what you're doing?
We grew into a global company now with having projects in every continent besides Antarctica and quite a considerable team. Our key insight always was that if you want to make a building smart, you want to only put one sensor in the room. 8 years ago, you saw lots of companies making very interesting single point solution sensors, and then each of them was supplying their own gateway. And the cost of adding these additional sensors, it will dramatically come down. And so the cost of adding one more sensor modality will basically go to zero. So we started there and then really started reducing the cost of making a building smart by not requiring all these separate sensors, each with their own cloud environment to be installed.
What's one misconceptions that people may have about these systems?
The biggest misconception people first thing is like, oh, I was just in the market for low-cost lighting control. I just want to have cheap lighting control in, and all this extra stuff. It's going to be massively expensive. We have had to downscale what our product could do, because if we started telling, very enthusiastically about all the stuff what our sensor could do, people would switch off. But we're cheaper. We have projects with 8-month payback time on our sensors, on hard energy saving. People just think because you can do a lot, because your product adds a lot of value, that talk about it too much without immediately naming the price. They just disqualify you on that's not what they needed.
What is a use case or project that's happened that you've been really proud of?
Recently we added HVAC control. That's a massive step forward. We're now doing full HVAC retrofit, doing valve control thermostats. A recent project we're very proud of is a 6 square kilometer facility with one wireless mesh network, where we also implement healthcare and asset tracking on top of the lighting infrastructure. It's really been a massive proof point.
One of the main skill sets that we were hearing to be in demand when we were talking to some of these businesses that are focused on, deploying machine learning on resource constrained devices was not actually the best engineers in the world. What they really wanted was people who were good engineers, but were able to interface between being adaptable and flexible to kind of create new solutions to things.
Everything is becoming more full stack. There is no space anymore for a single entity developer. Context is extremely important. This is where AI fails, right? The context windows are still extremely limited. The best engineers become these full stack architects. Other side that I see is this creative thinking, this linking it together, building the product. Renaissance man is going to be making a massive comeback. You need the Leonardo da Vinci's again, right? People that can go over all the disciplines, bring all of it together, because you just have AI workers that perfectly do each of the disciplines.
What would be a real key piece of advice you would give someone building something innovative?
Grab the opportunity when it's there. And you're not going to be ready. The world is going faster and faster. If you're seeing that some massive opportunity is coming and you are ready to grab it and diminish your work in other areas immediately. Don't be too busy for the opportunities that present themselves.
What do you think are some of the main skills that people who are trying to innovate, build something innovative, be entrepreneurs need these days?
Being AI literate is the biggest skill you can have. Education has gone over the last 4 decades. It's forming a well-rounded individual through more and more vocational training. The real classical education, debating, reasoning, arguing, philosophizing, emotional intelligence, knowing yourself, focus on really building your fundamental, your logical thinking, your being articulate, being structured, being creative thinking.
Where do you see the main new points of innovation coming in with those kinds of systems where it's all in one kind of sensing and tracking capability?
In the smart building industry, there's huge amounts of cloud services. I think they are going to have a very hard time. All these cloud-only dashboards, there's going to be a lot of value destruction. I think entire cloud platforms that will not adopt in making an AI first strategy, there's going to be huge amounts of tooling around the whole IoT space on configuring, commissioning, fault finding. The push for Self-sufficiency in energy will be huge, and it will massively put forward this whole greenification, which is fantastic for us.
Are there any announcements or new things that we should be looking out for you in the coming months?
And it's our HVAC proposition that is really gonna change things, and that's very nicely aligned with the European business directives. A regulation coming up, making something that really aligns with the regulation, having clear market segments that only we can serve technology-wise. That's probably the biggest announcement to come out.
If people want to kind of keep updated with what's going on, Ingy, where's the best place for them to keep an eye on?
You can always follow me on LinkedIn or insights I shared. I think I share personally a lot on that as well. And then the Ingy LinkedIn page where we regularly update. That's probably the best place to stay up to date on Ingy.